Peace be unto you. Dear viewers, have you ever realized why Muslim women do not have to change their names once they get married? And do you realize why in the Western world that the women usually change their names to fit the last names of their husbands? It's because in the House of Lords in England, they used to debate 150 years ago or so. They used to debate whether the woman had a soul or not. And hence, from these traditions, and even prior to these times, they thought that the women were chattels, so they were bought and sold. And hence, when she gets married, she becomes the property of the man. That's why she changes her last name. In Islam, 1,400 years ago, that she has to keep her last name because she comes from her own family. She has her own identity. So when she gets married to a man, she is equal to him in soul, in worship. So therefore she doesn't need to change her name. She's not chattel, something to be bought and sold. In North America in 1929 in Manitoba, they considered women persons, and hence they could become judges. In 1949 in Quebec, they were given the right to vote. So this is here in Canada that is supposed to be the most enlightened country, or one of them in the world. So one has to know their history and not be so arrogant and repugnant in pointing fingers all the time. Therefore, if you look at even the word in the Arabic language, Nisa is woman, Rijal, men. So if you have Rijal and Nisa, that therefore you see that if Rijal and Nisa are totally two different words. But if you look at woman, W-O-M-E-N, there's always a man stuck to it. Female, F-E-M-M-A-L-E, female. And hence, if you have female, then you can see that the fee is stuck to the male again. In Islam, it is totally contrary to the teachings that the female is stuck to a male. She has her own identity. She has her own place. She has her own right to have her father's name. And she is not bought and sold. So I hope I shatter this myth that the women are not suppressed, that they're not oppressed. They're actually more dignified and they're on the same footing in worship, with equally on the same footing as the male counterpart. I hope I leave you with understanding. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.